Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay.
And I'm Siri Harkins.
And we are thriving.
Clearly.
Siri, what are you drinking today?
Water.
Wow.
Yes.
You gonna ask me what I'm drinking?
Allison, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a Cabernet Sauvignon. That was, if that sounds unlike me, it is. I don't particularly like red wine, although I am getting better. Now it disgusts me less. But when my family was here for Christmas, my dad exclusively drinks like upper middle class old white guy wine, which means very dry red. And so he bought himself like a gallon of it, basically. Probably more than that, but he left a lot of it for me. And so I've been forcing myself to have a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon every night so that I can get through it and throw the box away. Yes, I said box it. He bought himself a box of wine. Yeah.
I feel like box wine is actually kind of normal now because it is kind of like there are nice brands.
There are, and that's what he buys. It has such a stigma left from like the 90s, early 2000s when it was only like the Frisia brand.
Oh yeah.
That's not what we drink. Don't worry. But yeah, I mean, if you like that, that's fine. But my retired engineer father doesn't.
Not quite his vibe.
No.
We're not here to yuck anyone's yum.
No, not at all. So Siri, how was your Christmas? In our last episode we recorded, we kind of did it because that was Jasenia's birthday present. She wanted to be on episode 120. So we didn't really get to rehash the holidays. How was your visit?
My visit was great. So LAUSD was done on December 15th, I think. Anyway, whatever that Friday was. And I literally left the next day for Minnesota. And then my parents and I had tickets to go see the local production of The Sound of Music.
And how was it?
It was good. Okay, so I guess we can just go right into it. Okay, yeah. The Sound of Music. Great. What a corny choice for the holiday program. But you know what they did? It was their highest ticket selling show of the season, which
checks out.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get into it. First of all, leading actress was good. I wouldn't say she was phenomenal. She's got nothing on Julie Andrews, but like who would?
Right.
And again, this is like local community theater, and it is a community theater that does good productions, I would say, but they're not like, it's not a professional theater.
Mm-hmm.
So there are just always going to be some little things that remind you that it's a community theater. So she is someone who is in like every show. Like it sort of has a repertory theater company feel without it explicitly being a repertory theater company, but they really do just like kind of recycle the same people in every show.
Yeah.
But since it's community theater, really what that just means is it's really cliquey.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to break into the group. But anyway, so she's someone who's in every show, and I do think she is talented and she has a nice voice, and you know, whatever. I think she's probably a really lovely person. I actually totally went to college around the same time. So her and her husband are pretty much in every show. And they were both in this, and she was Maria, and her husband played like some Nazi dude.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
And then you get the captain.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no is right. So the captain, I am really not a fan of the casting choice they had for the captain, and I will tell you why. So, and I'm not going to name any names because it doesn't matter.
No. Also, we wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, whatever. And if anyone from Duluth, Minnesota is listening to this, if they know, they know. And if they don't, it really, again, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So the person who played the captain, I actually think is younger than me, which would make him also younger than the person playing Maria.
But
I don't think he reads young, if that makes sense, but he also didn't quite have, again, cannot hold a candle to Christopher Plummer. Okay, which like who could, but like honestly, okay.
Did you feel like he was an okay match for her?
No.
All
So
right,
we'll
well,
get
that's,
into it.
that's the big problem.
So
then.
here's the big problem. They had no chemistry. I didn't like how he didn't have, okay. Here's the thing. Here is the thing. There is this wonderful thing called acting. And the thing with acting
is you do it.
is you do it. And if I am straight in real life, if I were to play a not straight character, I would probably be able to accomplish this. This is
Not true of everyone.
not true of everyone, apparently. And here's the thing, too. I think it is probably fairly easy to play a straight male character. Like, I would think that that is pretty easy to do. Like, I'm pretty sure any gay person I know can, like, sort of cosplay as a straight male. Like,
Well,
specifically a straight white male.
Even Sean Hayes did it in Promises with Kristen Chenoweth.
Yes. Like, this is a thing that you should be
It's
able to
very
do.
common.
Yeah, anyway, this is just the person who played the captain is gay in real life and couldn't play straight.
Wow.
And it was one of those things that, like, I am very picky.
Mhm.
And I notice those things, and I'm very
Mhm.
big on your relationship with the characters and your chemistry with each other.
Yeah.
Because that is something that I've always focused on in, like, theater and in my theater training growing up. Like, my high school theater director was always big on making sure we had those, like, connections with each other.
Mhm.
And we did a lot of exercises to make that happen. When I was an orphan in Annie, like, I made sure the orphans had, like, we called them bonding nights.
Yeah.
Because it mattered.
And they
Anyway,
just
so
didn't have it.
yeah, they didn't have it. They didn't have chemistry. He didn't play straight very well. And I don't think that it wasn't like he was too gay or anything like that. It just wasn't straight enough.
So you're telling me you didn't believe that he could have fathered 7 children with a woman?
Yeah, no, I did not believe he had any interest in
fathering
Maria.
children.
Yeah, I did not believe that he had any interest in Maria. The chemistry wasn't there. The romantic buildup wasn't there. So that was unfortunate. And I did have somebody say that. So again, Maria, the actress's real life husband, was in the show, and he was an understudy for the captain.
Oh, that's
So
unfortunate.
someone that I did see when I was back in town said that they saw the performance where her husband went in for the captain and she thought it was great because they had chemistry. And I'm like, I would have seen that.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of get why they didn't cast him in that role, just looks wise. However, they should have just cast him in that role
Yeah.
because the chemistry would have made a difference. They're married. So obviously
Yeah.
they have chemistry and they like each other.
Yeah.
And they've played on multiple shows together,
Mhm.
like, for a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay, good things about the show. I mean, those were my biggest whatever. You know. Okay, children, wonderful. They were great. They double cast the children, which
Fine.
also a
Yeah.
really great thing to do if you're trying to sell tickets. Also a really great thing to do when you have
Children.
7 children.
Yeah.
And so they had 2, like, real life siblings. And one of them is a girl that went to the high school that I worked at last year. So that it's just like nice to see, you know, whatever.
Yeah, kids, you know.
Kids I know, or like no-ish, no adjacent.
Know of, yeah.
They were so good. I thought the kids were great. They sounded great. They worked really well together. Their little dance moves were great. Of course, the cast I saw did have some, like, dancers in, like, I know that they are competitive
Mhm.
dancers, kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
children were great. I think they kind
Good.
of, not that they stole the show, but they, like, made the show.
Well, that's
Also,
usually how it goes, I feel.
The nuns were great. The nuns were so fun because they had legitimate opera singers as the nuns, and so
Checks
that was
out.
perfect, and they were great. I also think the guy that played Max Detweiler, he was good. He was good. He had fun with that role. If I was a director, I would have made him and Frau Schrader or whatever play way more than they did. But that's just a me personal choice. I think they were
Yeah.
they were okay. They were good. But I liked the guy. I think they could have done it more. They could have played it up a lot more. but that's just me. Anyway, overall, it was good.
Good. My brother and I did a production of Sound of Music with a local theater when we were in high school, and Alex played Kurt.
Oh, yes, we had a girl play Kurt.
That checks out.
Mhm.
Alex got that role because he
Was a boy.
was 14 and could hit that note.
Good job.
Because
Go, Alex.
his voice broke very late. Like he was scared for a while.
Oh.
And he also was like your height at the time. That was when he was still shorter than me. Yeah, he hit his growth spurt late. But not that that's important. But I was a nun. Yeah. And we also had some opera singers in our nun choir. The woman we had play Mother Abbess was in the Italy National Opera
Oh, I love
for
that.
several years, and she was great. And then also the guy that played the captain in our production, no one really knows, but we're all pretty sure he also is not straight, but he played it well
See,
because
that's
he's
the
but he's
difference.
used to it because he's not our age. That bothers me so much, especially in theater, like. And
Here's
in
the thing,
movies.
it's not hard to play straight.
I'm focusing more on the age, but that too.
Oh, like he had facial hair. I mean, he did have like round little.
But if
round
you're
little
supposed
cheeks.
to have a 16-year-old daughter, like that just it doesn't vibe for me. Anyway.
There is that, yeah. Because also, like, okay, the girl that plays Maria, like that doesn't matter as much. These aren't her children,
Exactly.
and it's not that uncommon for
And
like
Maria and Liesl aren't supposed to have a huge age difference.
Yeah.
It's like that's fine.
like that's fine, but
but
like
that is supposed to be Liesl's father, and he was supposed to already be a captain when Liesl was born.
yeah, no, doesn't.
There's no way.
There's no way. It didn't read that.
No. Anyway.
Yeah, that was basically the big reason I went home so early. I was able to go see my class from last year. I think I did say that on
I think
the
so.
last podcast, but that was really fun.
You get to see the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to see all the kids.
Did they remember you?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, I saw all the kids. I mean, there's one that doesn't live in town anymore, but like it's good.
Good. Were they excited?
Yes.
Good.
Well, okay, one of my students was I mean, not that they were like, they're autism severe profound.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were excited.
Well, you know what I mean.
One student that saw me, it's a kid that you cannot let get excited, but he came right over and like had a hand up, and I had to like open hand redirect, and then his PCA kind of just like took him away pretty quickly.
Aww.
But it was nice to see. I was glad I was able to see him. One of my students, I think, was like, I saw I think he was really excited that I was coming. And it was like that morning he had told his mom that he thought I was going to be there. And his mom was like, well, that's weird. She doesn't live here. Like, because I saw his mom too.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my gosh, like he said you were coming. And I thought that couldn't possibly be right. And I'm like, I'm here. And he was excited. But I like walk in the room and he's kind of like nervous, sort of like what is it, rocking back and forth. He shifts, and that's very typical behavior for this student. And it's so funny because I walk in and I have my jacket and I'm standing, and he's just like, all right, like you can take off your jacket and sit down and stay a while. Like he was nervous that I was just gonna leave pretty quickly. And then like I did sit down, and after a while he like calmed a bit and sat down and was just kind of, I think he was happy to see me. And
you had one kid in that class who was pretty upset when you left, and they like had to FaceTime you.
That was that one.
Okay, good. I was hoping that kid was there.
Yeah, that was that one.
Good.
Yeah, and then the other one, there were like two that I spent way more time with, and so they were both there, and I got to see them.
Good.
And yeah, one of them just got like came into the classroom. He wasn't like excited to see me. He wasn't like weird about seeing me, but it was just he was ready to just lay down and like have his back rubbed kind of a thing.
Poor dude.
Yeah, he's funny.
That's a mood. I feel that.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, oh, okay.
Well, good. I'm glad you got to see them.
Yes. So that was nice. And of course, I always like have these ideas of like, oh, I'll have to try to like get together with people never happens because my parents live so far
Yeah.
out of actual town. And I'm like driving at night in my mother's car
No.
out in the woods in the
No.
winter of Minnesota. No, thank you.
There's also wildlife.
Yeah, lots of wildlife. And like, I just,
Yeah.
driving in the dark there is not the same as driving in the dark here.
Well, it's not as well lit
Exactly.
for one.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna encounter a random
Moose.
deer or a moose or a fisher or whatever. Yeah, my mom and I saw a fisher.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was a tiny bear cub at first. It was not. It was a fisher.
Yeah, I had to look that up.
Oh yeah, we did say that on
Yeah.
the other podcast already.
It's fine. It's been a week. No one remembers.
Like I don't even remember, and it was only a couple days ago for us.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you had a good visit. How was your family and your sister? Well, your sister's in your family, but you know. Did Lisa like her present?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get like a good read. I hope she liked it.
Okay, well, tell the friends what you got her.
So my sister and I had American Girl dolls as children, of course, and she had Molly. And so I bought her like the miniature Molly doll that they have at the stores because I thought she would like it or think it was funny. And the stickers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if she liked it or not, but
Well, I liked it for her.
yeah. And my mom and I also got her a Stanley, which I don't know if she really liked either. But we got one for my cousin Andrea and for my mom's twin sister Cheryl. And Cheryl was so thrilled to get a Stanley. Like she didn't know she wanted one until she got one. And she was like, I'm so happy. This is so nice.
Good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because I convinced my mom that she also needed one.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, just get one. And she's just like, well, I don't need one that's this big. And we found the 30-ounce ones. And I was like, get one.
Yeah.
So she likes it.
Yeah. I think my mom would like a 30-ounce one.
Mm-hmm.
But I doubt she'll get herself one.
No, that's why when you're home, if you see them, you're just going to have to convince Luann to get one.
That is
You
true.
can tell her that Shar has
And
one
Cheryl.
and Cheryl.
Yeah, like you can fit in with
Fit in
your
with the twins.
with your friends that you see once every 2 years.
Which was great when like I was like, I'm not gonna tell you who's who, but then my mom had Mocha.
I knew immediately anyway because their accents are so different.
Oh my gosh, I know they don't sound the same.
No, I was shocked at how different they
Mhm.
sound.
Yeah, no,
I knew right away.
My mom and her identical twin sister, they do not sound the same. They look the same, but
I also could tell which one your mom was at the dance show. So I got it. I got it down.
Oh, when we had Amanda and Emily too, and I was just like, let me just wait a little bit.
Oh, I had not introduced anyone.
And Sarah,
yeah, because I was just like, oh, there they are. And then Jasenia like went up and like hugged them both and was like, hi, I'm Jasenia. And she just like hugged them automatically, and they both were kind of like, oh.
Like, we're not really a hugging family.
No. I thought it was hilarious to like watch that whole interaction. And then I don't think they said either who was who to Jasenia. But I was like, oh, this is Siri's mom and her aunt. But I don't think I really clarified which was which until you got there. And then you took over. But that was like 10 minutes later.
Yeah. Good times. It's entertaining to have twins in the family.
Yeah. My dad's a twin, but they're not identical.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite funny to see them together because my dad always says that they're like the movie twins with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And my dad says that he's Danny DeVito, which is kind of true. I mean, my dad is not that short, but he's like 5'8" and like on the slimmer side. And my uncle is like 6'3" and probably 300 pounds. Like they, like you can tell they're like related, but I would just based off of appearances, I would pin them more as cousins.
Yeah,
no, they're twins. Yeah,
Danny DeVito is shorter than I am.
Yeah, I believe that. I worked with him when I did Always Sunny.
Oh,
like I wasn't in the scene with him, but he was getting there as I was leaving.
Yes, Always Sunny is the show that Stellan's dad worked on.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that because that was when I had the co-star and I skated.
Yes.
That was fun.
I wonder if he was there. Who
I don't
knows?
know if he was there, but I think you said he was editing at the time or something.
Because he directed a couple of episodes too, which is cool.
Oh,
But I don't know.
I don't think that was him. I don't know. I wouldn't know anyway.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't know.
But
If, the way this is a very small world, okay?
yes. Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Especially because the movie I worked on earlier this week, one of the camera assistants was from the series I do.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
It's a small world.
I did that night though. I was Googling conspiracy theories about if that show is going to get renewed again. And the general consensus is yes. So fingers crossed.
Because that would be good.
Well,
That would be good for you.
we were pre-renewed.
Yeah.
And then they decided because we were going to go straight into the next season, but then they decided not to because of the pending writer's strike, which did wind up being a good call because that's a show where we had multiple writers on set and the writers did wind up striking. So I'm hoping that they'll go ahead and do
Yeah, I
another
get back
season.
into it.
yeah, maybe they'll do because their whole thing, because that show has a lot of kids on it, and their whole thing was they wanted to film it before the kids grew too much.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they'll go ahead and do that season, and then it'd be nice if they did one more and like rolled that, and then that could be like the finale.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, did you go see Wonka?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I probably will wind up seeing it. That's the thing. I haven't.
No, wait until it's like out.
Well, I haven't seen a lot of the movies that people are talking about right now because I'm waiting for screeners.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to pay to go see Wonka when I feel like there's a decent chance I'll get a screener of it.
This is true.
And same thing for Saltburn.
Oh yeah. I don't really have an interest in seeing that.
Everyone tells me I need to,
Oh.
but they say don't watch it with your family because apparently there's nudity quite a bit.
No thanks.
Which like nudity doesn't bother me, but I can see how it would be awkward if you were like with your grandparents or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
I also want to see Poor Things.
Oh really?
Well, I like Emma Stone and I like creepy things, so I don't really like gross things, which I feel like it's going to be kind of gross, but
No, thank you.
yeah, I'll wind up seeing it because I'll get a screener, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
you
yeah.
can let me know. Give me the
I'll give you-
lowdown.
I will. Yeah. I haven't seen pretty much anything that's come out recently because I've been waiting for screeners. It's like, why would I pay when I look at them for free?
Did we podcast with Jasenia before or after we watched whatever that is?
Before. Yeah, it was before because I talked
Okay.
about the special drink I was going to make.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we watched the Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. We liked it.
Yeah.
None of us had read the book,
Yes, we were very confused.
and it took us a minute to like get into it.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those movies that
You need some context.
yeah, we just didn't have the context.
Yeah, but anyway, my mom has bought me the book now, and it should be here. I'm hoping it'll get here before I leave to go to their house, but
Oh yeah.
because she got me the box set,
Ooh.
so I'll have all of the books again. Because I had all of the Hunger Games on my Kindle when I was in high school, but I don't have a Kindle anymore because I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
Um,
We're book people, okay?
yeah. I want to be a Kindle person just because it would be easier, but
That's why I got my first iPad
yeah,
was to do
yeah.
books on it, and I can't do it. I can't. I
No.
need the tangible pages.
Yeah. My mom has a Paperwhite right now, and that's what Lily has. And Lily thinks I would like the Paperwhite better because it's like not a screen. So my mom is like, well, when you're here, I want you to read off of it and see if you would like it because I think she wants to get me one. It's like it would be easier for like because I always take a book
Yeah, for
to
stat.
work,
That's true.
and even to the day job I take
Yeah.
books. And I often if I'm taking like a mini backpack, there's usually a book in there. Like I pretty much always have a book on me. So that would be easier. But anyway, so I will be reading the book for A Ballad of Songbird and Snakes.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you'll read it when I'm done.
Yeah.
And then we'll revisit the movie. Not immediately, but like in a couple
Yeah.
months when we both
Because it
finish
is
the book.
very long.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, the world is so fascinating. So it's like it's kind of
Yeah.
nice to get more like history and like
More backstory.
yeah, like it's fun. It's fun to get back into it. Um,
I also loved seeing like the earlier days of the Hunger Games.
yeah, that was really cool.
It was so trippy to me to see it in an actual
Like in an actual arena, which then you're like it really clicks like the gladiator kind of
Yeah.
reference and like that whole thing. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked it. I really liked not Viola Davis's character, obviously, but her performance I thought was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Performances were great. Like
Yeah.
Rachel Ziegler was
Yeah, I liked her in
she
it.
was so good.
The music was honestly, I liked the music a
Oh my
lot.
gosh, it was so good. Like I don't know what I was well, I was expecting nothing because I had no context for any
Yeah.
of it. I don't think I had even seen a preview or like a trailer for
Yeah.
this movie before
Well, we
going
knew
in.
it was coming, but
Yeah.
yeah, hadn't seen a ton, and I had like purposefully not read a ton because I
Yeah.
didn't want any
Like, spoilers and
preconceptions.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
I liked it.
hmm
Probably watch it again.
But again, just we were lacking some context.
Yeah. Yeah.
They left.
It's a pretty open ending. Is that
Yep.
what you were gonna say?
hmm
Definitely open for sequels. Definitely intentionally open for sequels.
Yeah. Yes.
But I really enjoyed the history of it all.
Yes.
So that was nice.
I love that like Lila is center in our little video screen and she's just like squinty eyeing it.
She looks like she's crying. So that one eye is watering.
There's a while where she was poking her head up and she just was like, sup, bros.
Like she looks like she's giving such a dramatic close up right now. Look at her.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
all right. Good job, Lila.
Yeah, she's just been licking me this whole podcast. Big yawn.
Ooh, today Allison and I went to the farmer's market.
Yeah, we got coffee.
We spent like 25 minutes getting coffee.
Yeah, Alfred's lost my order. They said they thought someone had already grabbed it, but we were in
We
there
were
the
standing
whole
there the whole
time.
time.
They never called my
never
name.
called your name.
Yeah, so they lost my order, but they made me a new one. That was nice. Then I got a donut at Fonuts, which I love because everything in there is gluten-free. I got a strawberry shortcake donut. It was delightful. Then we looked in the little plant shop next to Fonuts.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's
Greenwood.
Yeah. We walked around the farmer's market, which was pretty scarce today. A lot of tents were missing because today was
It
pretty
was so
cold
windy
and very windy.
like there were some people who were like holding on to their tents
Yeah.
because
The wind was so
the wind
intense.
was the wind was actually really crazy.
Yeah, it was. Like even in the shade, we kept our sunglasses on for eye protection.
Yeah, and they would have blown off our heads.
Well, that too. Yeah, but then we went to Urban Outfitters and got some stuff because they were having a pretty good sale. And then we looked in Free People and touched all the soft things that we can't afford.
Yes.
We went to Barnes and Noble. You got a book,
I did get a book. I got Peter Pan.
like a pretty edition of Peter Pan.
Yes.
And then we went to Paper Source where no one bought anything, which was shocking.
Yeah, very strange for us.
And then we went across the street to Lulu.
Yeah, I finally caved and I got one of the belt bags.
Yeah.
Because the one I've been using one like a purse essentially as a belt bag like since before the Lululemon ones took off. Because it was there was like the era of people wearing fanny packs crossbody like that.
Yeah.
And I was kind of just like, oh, I want something smaller. And so I found it's like a little crossbody, but it really kind of has the same shape as the Lulu belt bags. But yeah, I got it before.
Yeah.
Those were a thing. So I've had it for a long time. And it's literally just from Target.
Yeah.
And it's started to bug me that all of the metals are different on it. Like there are 2 zippers and they're different metals. And that's just like started to bug me. Anyway, so I bought one 3 years later.
Yeah. You got a fun color.
It is. It's really cute.
Yeah.
Like the, I don't know, Sakura, whatever, pink.
Yeah. Yep. Then you went home and I came home and we did some life things. And then my new Christmas tree arrived because my Christmas tree that I had had for like 5 years at least, part of the middle section of lights went out this year. So I asked my dad to look at it when he was here, and he did. And he was like, well, you probably could go through and like find the problem, but it would be a lot easier if you just bought a new tree. But I didn't want to buy a new tree because that's just money that I don't have easy access to right now. So I spent like an hour with my bulb tester, and I went through and checked every socket tested fine. And then I spent an hour going through replacing bulbs, and still nothing was coming on. So I was like, fuck it. And I got a new tree. So when it came, I told Siri, I was like, it's coming in January and I don't care. We're putting it up. So we did.
It's up.
It's up. It works.
Yes.
We fluffed it. We put all my ornaments on it. It's quite a bit fuller than my old tree. It's the same height.
Yeah, but
it's fuller.
Yeah.
So I
Which
definitely,
is good.
yeah, I definitely can have more ornaments now, which is helpful because I like ornaments. Yeah, fluffed it, put the ornaments on it. This one is fancy. It has 9 different light settings, and it can do either clear or multicolor or a combination. So that's fun to play with. And it's very pretty. It's like lightly flocked, which is what I wanted. And it has some pine cones in it, which was like, it wasn't a need, but it was a nice to have because I feel like that makes them look fancier.
Yes.
Yeah, this tree looks very expensive. And it was.
Good.
It was like originally a $700 tree, but it was on sale for $200. Yeah. Anyway, I have a new tree. So we put that up. And then I made tacos for dinner.
Yeah, Allison made dinner and I happily ate it.
Yep.
My contribution to the day, I helped fluff the tree.
You got a belt bag?
Yep.
You held my belt bag while I tried on that vest I got at Urban Outfitters.
Yes.
I finally got a puffer vest. I'd been wanting one for like months.
So long. And it's cute, the one you got. I really like it.
I was just picky about what I wanted, and nothing in my price range was what I wanted. And then Urban today had some BCBG ones already on sale, and then an additional 50% off. So that was in my budget now. So I got one.
Yes.
And that wound up being cheaper than the ones at Target. That I didn't.
And it
really
looks
like.
nicer than the ones at Target.
Because it is. But yeah, it's a really nice vest, and I'm excited about it.
They were real day I wore a vest. That's because that vest was disgusting. Yeah. We're kind of excited for the new Mean Girls movie.
Yes. We've been singing just the "My name is Regina George, and I am a massive deal."
Because apparently Renee Rapp's version drops tonight. So just keep on waiting.
Is it at midnight?
Probably.
Well, I probably won't be awake. So tomorrow I can listen to it.
Yeah, I don't even know.
But yeah, the movie comes out. It's officially my birthday week.
Yeah.
Because today is Sunday. My birthday's on Wednesday. So by the time this episode comes out, it will have already been my birthday.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is my last couple days before I turn 22 again.
Oh, good.
You're laughing, but it's true. Yeah.
Hey, you got some fun birthday plans?
I do. I have a lot of birthday plans this year.
We kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah. So my birthday's on Wednesday. And I don't have any like solid plans on the day, but I have mentioned, and I need to send out a text. I need to send out that other text too before it gets too late. Remind me. But I want to get El Tejano Wednesday night, just so I do something on the actual day. And that's like an easy thing that's like
Yeah.
casual. People can come after work.
Yeah, like come if you want.
Yeah. But that way I can at least do something on the day. And then Saturday, we have brunch at Hamburger Mary's, which I'm very excited for. Hamburger Mary's is one of my favorite things to do in LA, but I've never done it for my birthday.
Oh,
Yeah,
how is that possible?
because I've always done other things on my birthday. Yeah, I don't even think I've ever been not in the summer.
I think we've done it twice for my birthday.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we've done your birthday there twice. We've done Ian's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
We did Estella's birthday there once. Yeah. But so I have my birthday brunch there on Saturday. I'm very excited. And then Sunday, Siri and Jasenia and I are going to Disney, which I do every year for my birthday. But this year we're doing it different because we have dining reservations for breakfast. We're doing a character breakfast, which is very exciting. I've wanted for a while. I wanted to like do a day where everyone gets cute and we just go and like spend the day meeting characters. And we haven't done that. So I decided we were going to do it for my birthday this year. So we're starting out strong with a character breakfast. And I'm going to get that morning, I want to get there early and take pictures in front of the castle and get my autograph book because I want everyone to sign it like they did when I was 5.
Yes.
And it's gonna be great.
Yes. I'm just like, I need to figure out my outfits. Like, I know what your outfits are gonna be.
Yeah.
I also need to figure out what I'm gonna wear tomorrow.
Oh yeah, for your first day back at school.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with pants and probably my Converse.
Yeah.
And I might do a sweater vest and that blazer.
That'd be cute.
Really just come in hot.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, kids that I don't know yet?
Cute and warm, which
We're
is important.
gonna,
It's been really cold lately.
yeah. Hopefully my classroom isn't like freezing all day. That's usually a problem I have.
Yeah. Fingers crossed they fixed it. We'll see.
Yeah, I just like, I don't want to go to work.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will. And honestly, it's also like we can't do anything like real tomorrow because it's the first day back and I don't know a lot of the kids that I'm going to have.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a lot of introductory stuff and like, and then we have to do middle of the year testing.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Well, I don't know if it's just our school or if it's like a district wide thing, but they're doing iReady, which is like a reading and math program, but it also is a diagnostic test. So you have to do it beginning of the year
And middle
test.
of the year.
Yeah, middle of the year and end of the year. And then
Right.
you're supposed to do it like 45 minutes a week in class time where they look and they're like doing work on it and it gets assigned to them based on what they need and what levels they're at.
Interesting.
What is interesting is like on my end, I see like the grade levels that they are placed in. And it's like color coded. If they're like on or above grade level, they're green. If they're like just a little below, then it's yellow. And then it's red if they're like 2 or 3 or more grade levels below.
Interesting.
Yeah, but the kids don't see that. Like they don't
Yeah.
get told any of that.
Well, that's probably better.
Which is, yeah,
Yeah.
probably for the best. I don't think it's that hard to find that information, however.
Mm.
But yeah, and of course there are the kids that have tested out and they don't have anything assigned. And so that's kind of hard too, because then it's like, okay, well, obviously everyone knows that you're
fine.
you're fine.
Yeah. Great.
And then there are other kids that are just like, man, I have stuff assigned. And I'm like,
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. But then I look at it and I'm like, what is this? This is reading diagnostics. And it's all in English.
That's not your first
That's
language.
not your first language. All right.
So you're really okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing great.
Which, like, then I've said that to a couple people where I'm just like, I feel like we need to give these kids some slack because, like, this isn't their first language. And I've had a couple people that are just like, well, that shouldn't matter. It's not like whatever, and they're basically saying, I don't know. And people that are saying that to me are people who English is not their first language. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I don't know, but at the same time, I'm like, it's not their first language. Like, why are we so hard on their reading comprehension when, like, why aren't we testing their reading comprehension in their first language? I don't know. It's just,
Interesting.
it's one of those things that I'm like, something I think about, but I guess it doesn't really matter to anybody else.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me, but
Right?
I'm not a teacher. And thank God for that.
Dude, I don't even. There's part of me that, okay, so here's the thing. If I'm a teacher, if I can do this for like 10 years, then I can apply for student loan forgiveness.
Yep.
So I just need to keep that in mind.
Yep.
And I've already sat there and thought about it. And I'm like, okay, 10 years really isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like at that point, I'll be like 41.
Whoa.
I know, vomit, but like,
I'll be 22.
but I was just like, okay, that's not terrible. Like, could I do this for 10 years? Because also there are some colleges that count in to some of those programs too. So like, I don't even have to do 10 years of.
Oh, at the same school, like you could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was talking, because like, okay,
Nice.
oh wow, excuse me. The public service loan forgiveness, it's like if you're teaching at a lower income school. So like I'm at a Title I school right now.
Mhm.
So obviously that counts. My school last year counts too, like they're
Nice.
a low income school. CSUN is a low income school.
I was gonna ask if CSUN did.
So is oh my gosh, what is the
UCLA?
no LMU?
Oh wait, LMU?
I think they are too.
Loyola?
Or they like count towards the PSLF one.
I don't know, but Loyal, you know.
Not the Chicago one.
Yeah, the LA one.
Yeah, the LA one.
But that still is like a
Yeah, but I think they count too.
interesting.
Yeah, I know CSUN for sure, because I have a friend who works there, and then I have another friend who works at LMU.
Nice.
Very bizarre. The friend from CSUN is like in the athletic department, athletic and dance, because they have like, they don't have a straight dance program, like it's like a dance science program, which is perfect for her. She's more like the athletic training,
Nice.
sciencey route, so she has her doctorate. And then my friend who teaches at LMU is in physics. And yes, she has a PhD.
Great.
And she was like so embarrassed about it. She was like, I was so embarrassed. Like I went to a wedding with my boyfriend and they put like Dr. So-and-so on my name thing. And she's like, and I thought that was so embarrassing. I'm like, what?
You earned those
You
letters.
It. Oh my gosh. It's just so funny. And I'm like looking at them and I'm like, you both have doctorate degrees. This is so bizarre. And I told Allison to smack me if I ever considered it.
Oh, I will.
But also it's one of those things where if someone else paid for it and it was like severely worth it, maybe. But no, right now
I still think I would smack you.
Like, don't do it.
Because I feel like even with the financial stress of it gone, you still hated getting your master's.
Oh my God, getting my master's. But my master's program was horrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I would make you wait.
Well, I mean, I am not, nobody is going to pay for me to get a doctorate anytime soon.
I just meant like if you came to me a year from now and you were like,
oh, absolutely.
I think I'm going to get my doctorate, I'd say, no, you're not.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. I hated my master's program and I hated undergrad, to be honest.
I hated undergrad. That's why I don't have a master's.
Like, my undergraduate program sucked. My master's program sucked. Like, I don't know. I didn't hate like college.
Oh, I did.
Itself.
There was no part of it that was worth it for me. Like the people I went to school with, for the most part, sucked and they were mean to me. Like the college I went to was very high school vibes, like very cliquey. Nobody wanted to be friends with me really. But I was also the only person in my grade level.
Yeah, I'm like, you weren't in a big program.
No.
That's not a big school.
It's a pretty big school.
It's not like the main U or like.
It's bigger than the state school.
Oh,
Yeah. And they have a really big athletic department. It's just the arts are not where the money goes. Anyway, yeah, and my professors were fine, but I've said it before, I'll say it for the rest of my life. When I entered that school as a freshman, I entered that program with more professional credits than every single professor combined in the theater program. So,
yeah.
anyway, there was nothing there that was great for me.
You
And then
didn't want to go there anyway.
No, I didn't. The one professor that I liked and that challenged me and that actually taught me things is dead now.
Yeah, so just
yeah. No. And everyone is always so impressed when I say I graduated in 3 years. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I had to graduate in 3 years. I would not have survived being there.
the 4th year.
No. No. It would not have gone well.
No. I hated being a music major. That was shitty. Like, that
Yeah.
was so horrible. Like, everyone, teacher-wise, sure, there were some people that were fine. But, like, for the most part, the course load that is required of being an arts major, like a theater major, like any
It's
of that,
intense.
yeah, and it's not a sustainable credit load, and nobody's helpful, and it, like, makes no sense that
Mhm.
that is the requirements. Like, it's just, it's ridiculous on so
Yeah.
many levels.
And also, it's like, it's more than a full-time job.
Mhm.
Because when I went, the least amount of credits I ever took in a semester was my first semester there. I took 18 credits,
Yeah.
which was the max of first semester was allowed to take. But that was the least I took, and I was working at least one job on the side, and then I was always in a show, and each semester we had so many practicums
Yeah.
that I was always working other shows.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So I would be there from like 7:30 in the morning till like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It was horrific.
Like, that's just not okay.
And
So
it wasn't
I feel
even
like,
worth it. That's the thing. If I had gone to a school that was worth it, it'd be different. Anyway,
yeah.
I'm salty.
Yeah, I don't play violin anymore. Like, I straight up do not.
Yeah.
I loved the dance program at my school. Like, that was my saving grace because I minored in dance and I loved my dance teachers. They were all super great. Like, that was lovely. Like, if I could have been a dance major, maybe that would have been different, and like,
Yeah.
whatever. We didn't have a dance program like that. We had a really strong minor because we had a very strong musical theater program.
Yeah.
So the dance program was really built to service the musical theater program and the MFA, or not that, the BFA.
You're like, oh, I just kept nodding.
I'm like, right. There's not an MFA program.
No.
There are some master's programs at the school I went to, but there's not an MFA program that I know of. I don't think so.
No.
But
my school had a pretty good music program. Like their opera school was up there, and the music theater program was pretty good, and the dance program was pretty good. It was really just the theater.
Yeah. I did like the people that I went to school with, though. Like, I had a lot of friends and I was super social, so that was cool. Like, that part of it was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, there were just like a lot of little things throughout, and ultimately, if I could go back, I would just have stuck out being an English major.
If I could go back, I
wouldn't go to that school.
No, but I honestly don't know if I would have gone to any school. I think I would have just moved.
I feel like if I could go back and change things, I wouldn't go to college.
Same.
Like,
what a
waste. But if I had to go to college and just go back and redo something, I would just have stuck out being an English major.
Yeah.
It would have been so, like, if I could have been a normal fucking major,
would have been different.
Would have been so different.
Yeah.
So less stressful.
I either would have taken out loans and gone to the school I wanted to go to, which is what I wanted to do, but I went to the school I went to because it was supposed to be free. And then after I lived there for a year, they took away my out-of-state scholarships, which feels illegal, but apparently it's not. So I still wound up graduating with loans. But if I could go back and do it again, I either would take out loans from the get and go to the school I wanted to go to, or I just wouldn't have gone to school and just started working, which is really what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just, college isn't necessary anymore. And like, we have a couple of friends who didn't go to college. And I think sometimes when people say that, it becomes a thing where they're sort of like, they don't want to admit that they didn't go to college. And I'm like, why would you not want to admit that? That's probably the smartest thing you could have done. Like,
Yeah.
honestly. And like people who go into trades.
Honestly,
Oh my
trade
gosh,
school
brilliant.
is so slept on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think now people are starting, like, the kids that I teach, they're with it. Like, they know,
Yeah.
they know how expensive school is. And like, California does offer, like, you can go to community college for free
Oh, that's nice.
for 2 years. So, and I tell people, I'm like, take advantage of it. Like, go do that.
Yeah.
Go to a trade school if you want to. Get an associate's in like a
That would
career
be
that
the
you
way
can
to
do.
do it. Get an
Yeah.
associate's and then just go to trade school.
Yeah. Well, because you can like go to community college and become like an ultrasound tech, or you can go,
Yeah.
you can get like an actual career out of a program that you can get
Yeah.
in 2 years. And as I don't know, if you can go
Yeah.
to community college for free,
Do
do
it.
it. And then if like later in life you need a
More.
bachelor's degree or whatever, then you at least have something
Yeah.
to go on.
Yeah.
Anyway, but if you don't have that option, don't feel pressured to go.
Yeah. If you don't want to do it, don't
do it. It's freaking loans, predatory student loans. I don't even like acknowledge my. Okay, here's the thing: if you're thinking about debt and like money, I like don't even worry about the
Yeah.
student loans. Not because I don't have a lot, because I do, but I just can't
think about it.
think about it. Like, it's just, I had a couple of friends that were so stressed out about it after they graduated, and it became like this whole thing, like they need to pay off their loans, and like work really hard at it. And I'm like, listen, I can't pay $1,000 a month towards student loans. Like, I just can't do it. So I apply for all of the like income-based repayment programs I can or whatever. And that is the least concern of mine, because again, if I can get it all forgiven, or at least some of it forgiven or whatever,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Plus student loans, and correct me if this has changed, because I don't know, but student loans at one time were like the best type of loan you could have because the interest was so low. I have no idea if that's still true.
I don't think the interest is that low.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It sucks too, because it's really fucks with your credit usage.
Well, yeah, there is that.
So then it's like, it looks like I have all of this outstanding
Yeah.
money. Anyway, so when people talk about people not buying houses,
That's why.
like,
You forced us all to go to college.
like, listen, you made us go to college and
We
convinced us
still can't get
that
jobs.
you couldn't get a good job without going to college. Like, okay, bet. Well, now we can't even get jobs, and then everyone's like, no one wants to work, and it's like, I want to work, but you keep telling me like I need to get a better paying job. I can't get a better paying job. It's like, oh, you're just not working hard enough, dude. My dude. The number of people I personally know that have been trying so hard just to get a job, and by a job, I mean like a career.
Yeah.
Actually, even jobs in general.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually really hard to get jobs. As much as like McDonald's by me the other day was like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're short staffed. And I'm like, I bet they wouldn't. They're probably not even hiring.
Probably
Like, they
not.
probably say they're hiring, but then when you apply, they're like, oh, you're actually not quite the right fit. Because
Yeah.
what they need is like one person who can fit into like the 2 shifts they don't have covered.
Yeah.
Like, that's not
No.
gonna make rent.
And even when you have a job, I have like 4 jobs, and I still
It's not enough.
no. Anyway, life is hard. It's my birthday week. Christmas happened. Happy 2024.
Oh yeah, we didn't do a New Year. Whatever.
Well, we kind of did. We pre-recorded.
But I mean, but we haven't done it's
What are
no.
okay.
You're like, let me just shove something at the end. No.
Well, I didn't know really what you wanted because I felt like we already talked about like goals and stuff.
We did. It's
okay. So well, that'll bring us to the end of this episode of Clearly Thriving.
we're chaotic.
Well, yeah. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are just thriving.
Clearly.
Yeah, Lila.